Right, everybody, welcome back to the latest transfer news. Now, I want to talk about no more signings and no new striker coming in for Manchester United. And also some other interesting things as well, which we will discuss along the way. But listen, I thought this was very, very interesting. This came out from Chris Wheeler in the Daily Mail. He said Manchester United are in danger of starting the new season without a new striker. On the day that Marcus Rashford left Old Trafford on loan to Barcelona, it is emerged that United hierarchy expect Ruben Amorim's side to kick off the new campaign against Arsenal next month without a new signing to lead the attack. So, listen, this is very interesting. I think with the striker situation, it's one where we're in desperate need of signing a striker, and I've always said this. I don't think Manchester United will sign a striker this summer. I've said that for a while. As I said, there'll be a video going out me talking about 3 options, but I still don't think Manchester United will sign a striker. The main 2 that we've been linked to in Gyökeres and Delap, they've gone Arsenal and Chelsea. So it doesn't look like we'd be signing a striker. And again, it's just making Ruben Amorim, it's setting up Ruben Amorim for failure. It's not giving him the right tools to kind of go out and succeed as a Manchester United manager. And that's where I do feel sorry for him. I remember in the season where Jose Mourinho finished second, the next season they went and signed Delo, Lee Grant and Fred. For a team that finished second, signing that sort of players doesn't really make sense. You look at Manchester United now, we finished 15th last season. We've signed Cunha and Mbeumo. We've got rid of Rashford on loan. A few players have been released, but it certainly hasn't been good enough. And I think on the striker situation, it's one that is fascinating because, as I said, we definitely need one. I think the lack of... we have bought in goals already, and I think that's probably where United are probably going to compromise. They're saying, you bought in 2 attacking players in Cunha and Mbeumo who have played striker before. Do we really need to sign a striker? Now, I still think United will make more deals. I just don't see why not. We have over like 30-something days, over 40 days roughly, or just under 40 days, sorry, to make more signings. And I don't see why not Manchester United would not make any. I think we're in desperate need of a keeper. Midfielder, again, what we've seen in pre-season so far, this midfield is struggling. I just don't see a combination where Casemiro and Bruno or Casemiro mainly work. I think we do really need to bring in a deep line playmaker who's a number 6. Who that is, we don't know. But again, it's interesting to see what will happen there. I think that certainly is an interesting conversation to have. But on the striker situation, as I said, I don't think we will get one. And yeah, I think Manchester United will be without a striker going into next season, which again, I think I knew was going to happen. I think we keep Højlund, I think we keep Xerxes, and I think what we do is we utilise, you might see some games where Bruno and Mbeumo as the 10s and Cunha's in the 9. I think you very well could see that going into the next season, which again, isn't ideal, but again, a striker is a priority. We've known that, and I think we also need to sign a midfielder as well. Now, Garnacho. Sources are confident Chelsea can strike a deal to sign Garnacho and Xavi Simons, but they also retain interest in Garnacho and Morgan Rogers. The Garnacho to Chelsea thing feels like it has some substance, as there are some players Chelsea want to offload. Nicholas Jackson has come up in the conversation, as in Kunku early in the summer as well. So, listen, I think on the Garnacho situation rather, I think he will stay at Manchester United. I think he will stay in the Premier League. We know that. He is a decent player, and I think he would do well at a Premier League club. I don't want to see that because, again, it just wouldn't be good. But again, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Yeah, that's really about it on the strike situation. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is the new stadium sort of update. So a personal seat license system is being explored by Manchester United for the new stadium. This would enable fans to acquire a 30-year right of first refusal for a designated seat by paying a £4,000 license fee on top of their season ticket price. All I can say is this is very worrying. 4,000 on top of a season ticket, I mean, that is a lot of money. And again, it's another way of Ineos to make more money from Manchester United. It's something that doesn't make any sense. I think it happens a lot in NFL out in America, which again makes sense why United are trying to implement it. Manchester United 4,000 a season ticket license. Fan presented with shocking new US style plan for their $2 billion new stadium, and it doesn't even guarantee them a seat. Manchester United considering charging fans up to £4,000 purely for the right to buy a season ticket at their planned new stadium. Mayor Sport understands that a highly controversial introduction of personal seat license, a system commonplace in America. While United officials have been stressed, no final decisions have been made and they are at an exploratory stage. Such a move would see supporters forced to pay thousands before having to shell out separately for the season tickets. Under the system, which is often used across America, following the arrival of Sir Jim Ratcliffe, United unveiled concept design of a new stadium. But yeah, it seems like Manchester United and Ineos really are trying to just force more money out of the fans, to be honest. I think that's like an extra 4,000 on top of I'm thinking about it, 100,000 seat stadium. You pay 4,000, like that's a lot of money coming in. So again, it's just a money grabbing scheme, I think, for Manchester United at this current moment, which again is not what you want to see. But again, you'll get them saying we were going to go bankrupt and they need the money. I think how poorly this football club has been run financially does show where we're at currently. Again, it's just ridiculous to see United doing these sort of things. But again, what would you expect, to be fair? We've been poorly run for a very, very long time, and Ineos are coming in, they're making their changes, but a lot of changes United fans don't really agree with. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. That has been the latest news. It is frustrating that United will not go out and sign a striker. I think that's something that is massively concerning more than anything. I think a striker is one of the highest priority positions that we need. I still do think we need a midfielder. I think what we've seen so far is Casemiro, Ugarte is still going to be here, but we do need a solid midfield.